Enrollment complete. I know we've seen this screen before. Well, hello there, and welcome to Pokemon Scarlet version. I'm your host, Dawn. Oh, should I be reading this? Probably. Here we go again with me not reading stuff. You see it. You see it. We're in class. We're in school. We're gonna be going through Pokemon Scarlet version. Why Scarlet over, let's say, Violet? Honestly, no reason. I own both copies as someone that is in a chokehold by Pokemon does. And I do personally prefer Violet because purple's also my favorite color. But just because of the way that my save files are and how much info I have on each of them, this just happened to be the save file that I had the least amount that I was willing, or the most doubt I was willing to lose. It had the least on it. Granted, I beat the entire game, but there was just some items that I didn't have a lot of progress in it as far as like items and extra Pokemon and stuff like that, so I just kind of figured we'll just choose this one. I'm a Pokemon Violet stan though, just so the consensus is clear of which one I prefer. It's Violet, and I feel like I'm gonna make that abundantly clear every single time, and it's not gonna make any sense that this is the version I'm choosing to play on my channel, but it's fine. Step out of your comfort zone. I think though, in this version, I like the hat. Of course no one's wearing it, so we can't see him because no one actually likes the hat, but I think Scarlet's hats are a lot nicer. I'm gonna be quiet now. That's a title card I've ever seen one. That intro was so much more dramatic than I remember it being. And I've restarted this game a couple of times. Another thing I do feel like Scarlet has on Violet is, I guess because the flying legendary... Oh, this is me. Also, I made my little character, my little avatar off camera because I just figured I was going to be there for a while. See, this hat, that's a cute hat. I like this bag too. Anyway, I just figured my character customization was going to take me a minute, and I didn't really want to take forever doing that, so I just did it off camera. Spoiler alert, it didn't take me that long, but you never know, because I always have to have purple hair. If I'm customizing my character, she's got to have purple hair. And one day I, in real life, will have purple hair. Goals. Good morning, Dawn. Are you ready? I'm not gonna read. I'm so sorry if you want me to read. I'm so sorry. I'm sure there are so many Let's Plays out there that will read this to you, but I just don't want to. I'm so sorry about it. We are painfully slow, but I'm gonna not even get to the door do forgive the intrusion. Not gonna lie, my level of respect for you kind of diminished if you're just gonna break into my home like this. I don't care if you knocked. Anyway, this is a professor of the academy that we will be attending. He brought me my school stuff. That's so nice. Cup of tea. Alright, good stuff, good stuff. So while they have a cup of tea, I'm gonna go put on my cute hat that I actually don't want to put on. I'm not gonna lie. If I have my hair done up like this, I'm not wearing a hat. Double spoiler, triple spoiler alert. We're taking off the hat, as everybody does, as soon as we get the opportunity to. But this portion of the game is gonna absolutely make us put it on. So... that's a really cute bag too. Like, I'd wear that bag. Also, my hair did not fit in this. Those space buns did not fit in that hat. Save, options, adventure guides. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, this part of the game is accessible. Probably won't use the camera. Okay. Use the camera app in a place like this. Why wouldn't I want to use the camera app in my own room? This is the perfect place to use it, but whatever. Okay. Moving on. I was trying to see if the character customization part was ready, but I guess it's not. You think I look good? I think I look kind of good too. This bag's kind of snazzy. You forgot something and you want us to go outside to see what it is, because the living room is not the place for it. How nice of you. Because I'm sure my mom just vacuumed and she would like to not have to clean up any kind of messes. House is so much bigger on the outside. Because I clear. I don't see none of that space when you get on the inside. Let's see. Oh yes, my starter, right? Oh, am I spoiling this? Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. Sprigatito. Fuegogo. And Quaxley. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. So... in my opinion, as far as which one I'm going to choose, well, here I go, just like throwing myself to the wind, talk about which one I'm going to choose, and he hasn't even given me the option yet. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it as we walk within. What'd you give me? You gave me a phone? Thank you so much. Instructions? I don't read instructions. I kind of just like to figure things out for myself and hope that whatever buttons I press isn't gonna like blow up the device. These are so cute. I feel like their colors, like, of the starters look really good together. That could just be me. And we're walking. But I think they all look really good together. They're so cute. Obviously, so because I really like how we're able to walk with all of them. Where is the kitty? Wait, no, hello? I'm kind of concerned because although he shouldn't have entrusted me with all three of them, which seems like a big responsibility to leave a child with 3 animals. Like, that's a lot. Like, no, but for real, where's the kitty? There you are. What are you doing? Kitty, come on. Okay, that was a waste of time. Are you all gonna follow me now? Now the kitty's stuck. Are you serious, kitty? Are you serious? Whatever, you'll figure. Okay, there you go. You figured it out. I was gonna say you'll just despawn and respawn in front of me when I need you to. But let me get to the point where I'm able to run. I think it's just a little further up. And run. Nope. There it is. Okay. I was like a second off. Alright, y'all still behind me? Ooh, I started running and I left him in the dust. Tragic. Alright. See, it's like they were never even lost behind me. And there they go again. Why you look so confused? We already lost one once. Need I bring up the fact again that you left 3 brand new animals with essentially a child? You know? I'm at an academy, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm really thinking that I'm probably like, what are we? Middle school? I'm no more than like 12, 13 years old. And you left me with 3 wild creatures. Are these 3 yours? Not gonna lie, they wouldn't make for a great team altogether. Can I just go ahead and say this? I've played through this game a few times, so I'm gonna act like I've played through this game a couple times. I'm sorry about it. This isn't gonna be a playthrough that's like, what happens next? I know for the most part what happens next, and I'm just gonna act like it. Thank you so much for your understanding. As far as which, oh, you haven't met. I'm sorry, I'm being introduced to my friend / rival. Oh good, I'm glad there were question marks by her name. I was like, who is this? I forgot her name. The road, yes I am. I did forget your name. Nimona, that's right. Nimona, yes. She's a top-ranked trainer. Nice. So we'll be in the same class, which is cool. Neighbors and classmates. And rivals. That's how a friendship grows and starts and flourishes. Okay, as far as which one I want, in my opinion, and I was actually going to say something that means that I probably shouldn't. So I was going to say that a certain Pokemon is objectively the better one, right? But I kind of can't say that it's my opinion and then turn around and say objectively, right? That wouldn't make any sense. So I think aesthetics wise, Fuecoco is my favorite. It's a special attacker, fire type, and you're not gonna get too many of those in this game. You're not, and you're kind of SOL for a lot of good special attackers if you're not getting like a ghost or psychic type, if I'm going to be honest with you. So I've already decided on my team. Spoiler alert, for like the 7th time, Fuecoco isn't on this one in particular, but I would recommend it just because it's a good special fire type. I highly recommend it, but I'm just not picking it up this time. Quaxley, I like Quaxley. It's a good physical water type. I'm not gonna say that there are better water types in this game than Quaxley, because they're all okay, and I think Quaxley does take the cake, especially with its move pool. I don't recommend it as much as the other two, but it's definitely good. You can't go wrong with it. Unfortunately, I'm just not a huge fan of physical water types. I don't know why, but in my head, water is supposed to be special. I think that, and yet one of my favorite water types of all time is Feraligatr, but we're not going to talk about that. But Quaxley is by no means not good. Obviously, since they're starters, they're all pretty great. So Quaxley is definitely worth picking up. And then Sprigatito, I think that's how you say it. In my opinion, I like it a lot. I do like its moves, especially its special move. Its typing is pretty good. I like it. Oh, just to tell you all the typings, just for fun. Fuecoco becomes part ghost type. Quaxley becomes part fighting type, and Sprigatito becomes part dark type. I'm going to voice my concern. This is Correct me if I'm wrong, future editing me. This is the third generation since fairies have been introduced. Or can I not count? Because fairies were introduced in Gen 6. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 4. I was close. 4. And yet this is like what, the first generation where all 3 starters are weak to fairy. I don't like that. I don't know why they did that. Like, they said, instead of giving y'all another fire fighting type, we're going to give you a water fighting type. However, you are no matter what starter you choose, you're weak to fairy. Dark fighting goes all weak to fairy. Don't know why they did that. It kind of bothers me. But we're going to move on from that. And I'm just going to choose the grass kitty. Had to voice that. And I'm glad I've finally been able to get that off of my chest for the what? How long has this game been alive? Alive. Around 2 years. Going on 2 years now. Nickname. One thing that also hasn't changed about me, don't do nicknames. And it's not for lack of trying. I just feel like I'm not good at them. I'm just not great at nicknames. Also, that cat is not really on my arm and it's too big. That is a heavy kitty. I don't even think that it can hold its own head up, but that's anyway. What is it? Nintendo logic. Moving on. Yeah. But yeah, I do like the others quite a lot, but I really like Le Grass Kitty. You can't believe I actually chose it. Why would you think that? The perfect choice. I mean, it's a cat. I'm more of a dog person, but you didn't have any dogs for me to choose. You had a crocodile and a duck and a cat. Give me a dog starter, and we'll talk, and we will talk. Okay. Let me think. I'm thinking about the moves because even though she chooses the starter that you're strong against, I think they all still get a move that can still beat their counterpart. But I don't think that's actually right because Fuecoco's counterpart would be Quaxley, but I don't think Fuecoco gets a move that would beat a water type. Like type wise, like it doesn't get like a grass or an electric type move just naturally in its move pool. So never mind. Oh darn, I should have explored before I talked to her. Can I say no to this battle? Because she's gonna fight me. No. Don't get cold feet. No, I want to explore. This is a really pretty beach. I also really like this battle ground. That's really, really pretty. I want that on a t-shirt or like a bandana. I wanted to say no because I wanted to go ahead and get an item back here that I know is back here. Just kind of like out of the way. If we can get there. There we go. Probably should have saved that. A Pokeball. You know what I think would have been a better item to put there? A potion. Considering if you decided to explore the beach before fighting her, you'd have a potion to heal in case you weren't good at this game and weren't good at the first battle in the game and needed to heal. What's this? I don't think I've ever picked this up. A potion. There you go. That's how you do it. A Pokeball is kind of useless in that spot. But a potion, that's how you do it. What's on the other side? I don't think I've ever been to this other side of the beach. Is there anything over here? There is. Yeah, I've never been over here before. What's this? Oop. Boop. Nope. Boop. Gosh, the mechanics. Another Pokeball. That isn't super useful right now. I would have rather they doubled up on the potions. But I'm no game designer. Okay, now I'm ready to fight you. You ready to battle me? Yes, I just wanted to collect those items because I really didn't know what was over there. Doo-doo-doo. What was it? Ever since Gen 6, your starter, or no, probably 7. Your rival has been choosing the starter that's weak to yours. These games get easier and easier. Like, gym leaders don't even heal. There I go again, getting way too far in. I'm gonna hold back. I'm gonna hold back on that. That did a lot of damage, actually. Like, I realize it's super effective and that's the first game, but like, I don't know. That felt like it did more than I'm used to. Okay, we're just gonna finish this off. We'll look at the stats later. Leafage is what, a special move? I wonder if we have a plus special attack. I think for Sprigatito that's not great, because it's definitely more of a physical attacker, so it would kind of suck if we had a plus special attack nature. Oh yeah, did I mention that Sprigatito and Quaxley are going to be your physical attackers and Coco is going to be your special? I think I definitely mentioned that. I definitely sort of maybe for 100% mentioned that. Schoolmate will learn more. You're a champion ranked. I need an app. I have a smartphone. I do have a smartphone. What'd you give me? A Pokédex. As an app. Everything's an app these days, but you know what? I'm not mad at it. Not mad at them in the slightest. We love apps. Except when they steal your information. That is a truly timeless pleasure. Work hard on completing the Pokédex. Let me tell you something. No, it's too much. I just want to catch them all. That's it. Oh, and so you keep the little third one, the little third baby. He matches your outfit so well. I feel like the director has one more orange, and so he just kind of matches Coco a little bit better. I never realized how she was like, I'll show you the ropes, and then just literally darts off. Like she did not just tell me, oh, directions. Like she did not just tell me to wait, or that she would help me. Okay, I was actually exactly incorrect. We have a minus special attack nature, which is cool. Plus special defense is okay. I'll take that. I think regular attack is fine. Minus special attack isn't great, but I feel like that did a lot of damage. Oh yeah, as you can see. This will actually be part of the Let's Play too. We will be taking on the DLC, which, you know, spoiler alert. Let's see here. Check item details. Oh, well, we can get those. We will get those later though. We will work on that later. That will definitely be something that we will cover in this portion of the game, and by cover I just mean play through it. But that's gonna be later. We will cross that bridge when we come to it. That is a favorite line of mine, and that is what we will do 100% later on down the road. We're gonna get a little bit farther in though into the main game. Yes, Nimona will be taking me to school, Mom. Thanks so much. Also, what are you doing here? Read about the wonderful teachers and such. Nice. Have a proper meal. Okay, so we got some money and we got a sandwich. I'm gonna be honest, that works great for me. I love to eat, so honestly, I'm probably gonna eat this before I even make it to the dorm. So what you don't know is you probably packed this lunch for me to eat when I get there. Maybe even tomorrow. Not happening. Matt, I'm eating it on the way. Since you're making me walk. I don't like walking. So I don't necessarily live in a walkable city anyway. Like, there's no sidewalks anywhere. So I'm not walking. This is not something that we do here. Okay, there we go. Especially this whole running thing. Couldn't be me. Could not be me. Alright, so now there's gonna be like a Lechonk that's gonna come into play. She's gonna be like, try catching it. I'm just gonna knock it out for the experience, because that's what I need more than anything, is the experience, not having a Lechonk on my team. Speaking of team, I actually already planned out what I wanted my team to look like. I spent quite a bit of time crafting it too. And so I should probably keep it. But I think something that would be kind of fun is if I surprise traded and used whatever team I was just given randomly. But I also don't want to do that because I don't want to get a Lechonk. Because, what is it? Oinkalong? Oink Perfume is what it looks like. Is not great. It's not a good Pokemon. And don't get me wrong, it's not just because it's at the beginning of the game, because there are plenty of beginner game Pokemon that are good and viable for the entirety of the game. Yeah, she's gonna say that'll help you, but next time try throwing in Pokeball. That way you have a chance of catching it. I don't want it on my team though. And you gave me more Pokeballs to even just make up for the ones I would have lost. So no, I'm good. I'm fine. I already know. But yeah, anyway, there are plenty of like beginner Pokemon that you can find like in early routes that are good. I should have actually read that. I'm so bad at remembering the commands. I should have read that, but it's fine. Lechonk's just not one of them. Like, I remember when the game was first coming out and they introduced Lechonk, everybody was like, including me, like, I'm not excluded from this. We were all like, we give our life to Lechonk because look how cute. And it is. It still is. It's still pretty cute. It's not good though. But what can you do? Little fledgling is good. Are you stuck? You poor thing. And you look like you're really trying to get away. You poor thing. You'll despawn if I just leave you alone. So I'll put you out of your misery by leaving you alone. That good Pokemon, you know? Probably should have put that one on my team. Didn't think about it, but it's okay. Oops, story time. You're getting the hang of how to catch Pokemon, okay? Ma'am, I haven't caught a single thing. So far you've caught... Yeah, mysterious cry. What was that? Don't know, but like I was saying, I haven't caught nothing. I'm busy. I love how she's like, your Rotom phone will keep you safe, but steer clear of the cliffs. What does my cell phone and cliffs have to do with each other? But we're about to find out. Realistically though, this could never be me. Like, I'm never looking over a non-guard railed cliff. It is not doing it. Even though the chances of there being like a giant monster thing roaring so loud that even at the height that I'm at, it breaks the ground beneath me. Am I checking? And then the fact that my phone just saves me at the last minute, that must be nice. I feel like my phone would just break my fall versus keeping me from falling. If that gives you any indication of what kind of phone I have. Oh, I think that I was mentioning it earlier, but I just didn't finish because I was looking into trying to not talk during the opening scene. I feel like Scarlet's Legendary does a bit better job at portraying its emotions. I guess because obviously it's not like robotic like the Scarlet Legendary. I'm sorry, the Violet Legendary. So I feel like when I look at its face, I really can feel the emotions that are coming from it. Like, I can tell. But with Violet's, I'm just like, you're very robotic. I love it still. It's still my favorite of the two, but I just feel like it's a lot easier to see the emotions on this one. I'm not gonna continue to talk junk about this game if you think I'm talking junk. I promise I'm not, and I'm not gonna like crazy compare them. I'm not. I will think it though. I will think it the entire time because they definitely both have their differences. But I'm gonna leave those to myself. Dramatic big steppies. And we just have like no choice basically but to follow it, because like where else we gonna go? My phone could only protect me from falling. It can't actually, bring me all the way up the cliff. Or I hold on to it and it floats and I just gotta like walk up the cliff as it floats me back up. No, that'd be crazy. That'd be absolutely wild. Why would I do that? No, I'd rather go in this cave and follow this monster around. I was gonna say there's no way we heard her, but I suppose it will be an echo. Climb out of there? And how do you propose I do that, Miss Mail? This Pokemon in front of me looks super strong. Oop, got the little babies. One thing I never noticed in my first few playthroughs, the Houndoom staring at us. Never noticed it. I don't know how many people like me just never noticed the Houndoom just like staring at us. Low key, when it came out of nowhere to attack us, I was just like, yeah, it just comes out of nowhere. That's just what they do. Never ever bothered to look up to see that it's actually watching us. I love that. That's a really, really cool detail. I can't stop thinking about the fact that it's just like looking at us the whole time. I do wonder though where it comes. Like it feels like it just like comes out of nowhere because we're all the way over here. Like, how did you get over here so quickly? But moving on. Can I get this item before the scene? Yes, no, maybe so. I was gonna say probably not. Nope. Sure can't. But obviously, well, not obvious, but you can access this area again after this scene. No. Okay. Never mind, that wasn't the scene that I was thinking of. So I still can't get this item. Pretty rowdy Houndour. Ooh, revive, that'll be fun. I'm gonna use that. I am gonna try to play this game, not necessarily using Nuzlocke rules. Obviously, that'd be crazy. This is a regular playthrough, not a Nuzlocke. Nuzlocks are wild. I like watching them, but can't do it. But I kind of want to like add on just like a little bit of difficulty by kind of like not healing during battles, and then if one of my Pokemon faints while it's in battle, not it's gone forever, just maybe I don't have it for the rest of the fight. I think I've worked out my team well enough to where I think I got it. So, that's how it gets us. It follows us. Okay, I must be thinking of a different game where like it just comes out of nowhere, but it just followed us. Houndoom's a really cool Pokemon, to be honest. Houndoom is the kind of Pokemon I really sent out my Sprigatito. That's wild. Crunch. I love how we don't even really let it attack us, because otherwise we'd white out. And then what would we do? We don't know. Anyway, I like Houndoom a lot. I think it's a really cool Pokemon. It's designed really well. It's got a pretty decent move pool. Its stats aren't the best. I would use Houndoom on my team, not in this playthrough just because I've already decided my team. But one thing I feel about Houndoom is that I feel like Houndoom is one of those Pokemon where, for example, Karen's Houndoom from the Elite Four, Houndoom is a type of Pokemon that's kind of scary because it will be like somebody's ace and it'll be like 5 levels higher than your highest level Pokemon, and that's what makes it super wild. Because you're like, I'm level 50 and you're 55. So it's going to do some damage. But if you ever have a Houndoom on a team and it's like your same level, it's not that scary. Look at me just looking in the back. Just looking behind. I never noticed that. I never noticed that we look over our shoulders. But this is no Houndoom slander. It's just, I feel like growing up, when you're fighting like Karen's Houndoom, it's like the scariest thing ever because it's so high leveled and it actually does a lot of damage because it has a pretty good special attack. It really does. It's good. But then once you use it for yourself and it's kind of under level, you're like, whoa, what happened? This is slightly disappointing. But that's no more Houndoom slander. It's not what I was going for. I just think it's kind of funny. I love how she's like, what do you think is wrong with it? Do I look like Nurse Joy to you? Ma'am, we are in the same academy uniform. I'm just wearing my hat like a proper lad. And you're asking me what do I think is wrong with it? I don't know. It was on the ground, then it got up. I fed it a sandwich. It glowed. Then it fought and flew and now it's on the ground again. Now it's back up. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. I just met it. If we're being honest. Exchange numbers in case we get separated. Not to be that guy, but I don't think that caves have very good reception, so I don't really know how well you would have been able to find me. I guess she would have known that I fell off the cliff. But the minute I went to the cave, it would have been a wrap. It would have been over. What are we doing now? Oh, I got Swift. Ooh, forgot that was a cliff. Head to the lighthouse. Who's that? Who's peeping in the window? It just reminds me of the part of that Ludacris song when it's like, what you got in that room? I'm not gonna sing that part. You know the part. You know the part. If you don't know the part, look it up. That's a meme right there. I don't know if anyone's done it, but that's a whole meme. Shove off? How old are you? What year was this game made? You can shove off. Got some nice flowy hair. What hair product do you use? You seem like a Tresemme kind of guy. I met at the bottom of the cliff. It saved me from a tight spot. Well, first I met it at the bottom of this cliff. You know, because it kind of owed me. You know, it was the reason that I fell. No, my nosiness. You know what they say, kids. Curiosity killed the cat. But I guess even if there was a railing, I still would have fallen. So, doesn't matter. First time I met it at the bottom of the cliff. It did save me, but saw it at the bottom of the cliff. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm not reading this, I'm only half paying attention. And if you noticed, I never used Koraidon's name when I was talking about it in the beginning. You wanna know why I didn't use Koraidon's name in the beginning? Because I forgot. I was gonna say I didn't know what it was. I knew what it was. I forgot. I whole forgot. Thank you, Arvin, for reminding me. Also, I don't know if I'm prepared for this battle. I didn't train. I get it, a bad taste in your mouth. Okay, cool. Yeah. A crit. Gotta love it. Yeah, so Koraidon. Good stuff. I'm unfortunately. I was like, oh, maybe I'll use a different move. No, no, there's just no point. Hey, level 7. Hey, Bite. The move you tried to take me out with. Hee hee hee. That was awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I've been training. See what happens when instead of spending your time catching Pokemon, you train them? This is what it looks like, Nimona. This right here. Oi. He heard you. You didn't see his back turned towards you. You didn't see him actively running away from you as you were talking. Anyway. And now you're mine. Super cool. Oh, I just had a thought. I'm gonna have to write it down because I can't express it till a much later point in the game. I'm gonna write it down. I don't want to forget it because I want to bring it back up. But there'd be no point in me talking about it now because it wouldn't make sense. It literally would. It would. Obviously, because I know how the game is going to end or how the game is played out, but it also just wouldn't. Oops, hit my mic. It also just wouldn't. Oh, that's right. We have to go to the top of the lighthouse. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, well, while we do that, I'm going to make some noise because I'm going to open my desk that obviously my mic and computer are sat on top of, and I need to write down the thought because I'm scared I'll forget it because it's kind of a lengthy thought. Mesagoza. Okay, sorry, hold on. I'm almost done. I found a pin. I just need to find like a sticky note or a piece of paper or something. Where is the paper when you need it? I'm over here struggling to find a single sticky note. I found a notebook. I found one. It's okay. You know, of course that was only half the battle. Now the rest of the fight is writing down the thought before I forget. Anyway, Nimona, if you were reading it or if you're not, she was basically saying that you're going to have a great time at school. The area is beautiful. It's full of great trainers. You're going to have such a good time. It's going to be basically a life-changing experience that we're going to experience together, and she can't wait to grow with us. That's not necessarily verbatim, but it's basically what she said. You know, like I said, I've played this a couple times. I've read the story. I probably should focus on the story because I'm not gonna lie. The first time I played this game, I only half paid attention to the story. So obviously I know all the surprises that are coming, but I don't think I might not fully understand how they came about. So you know what? In this video, obviously not in this episode because it's too late for that, but after this episode, in the next episode, I will start paying attention and paying attention to the story and reading the story. That way I'll know what's actually going on. Struggle bug, that's gonna hurt. That was decent damage and dropping my special attack. Well, this is physical, so never mind. But we're good. We're good. I'm gonna write down the thought later. I'm just remembering my thought over and over again so I don't forget. Your Pokemon are strong. I have one. Whoop. Don't hurt me. Going down this way. Fun fact. First time I played this game, very first run through of it in Violet, I actually found a shiny Buizel over here, and I restarted my game. don't remember why I did it, but I restarted my game and lost my shiny Buizel. But it was the shiny Buizel, and I was actually right around this area. It was probably you. In another game, in another code, you're shiny. But yeah, it was really cool. Just full odds. Just randomly stumbled upon it. And now it's gone forever, but it's fine. Shiny Buizel is just like a light. It's like Buizel is orange, so I would say that shiny Buizel is yellow. So it's real cool. These Wiglet are like impossible to encounter. Oh, don't go too far in the water. Magikarp, cool. I've actually never used a Gyarados in my team. One day I shall. When I was younger, I actually hated the thought that Gyarados was water flying because it didn't make any sense to me, because obviously, you know, this is back in the day of Fire Red and Leaf Green, which were my first Pokemon games. It was a flying type, but it couldn't learn fly, and so that bothered me. So I hated Gyarados for the longest time because I was like, your typing doesn't make any sense, and you don't even learn any good flying type moves. And then obviously I learned later that like Gyarados was originally supposed to be Water Dragon, but then it would like essentially have no weakness because there was only one dragon type move back in that time, and it was Twister that only did 40 damage. So it would have been like impossible to defeat. But hey, that's the challenge of the game. And sometimes I wonder if that's true. Like, I'm pretty sure it's true. Ralts is cool. Ralts wasn't one of the mons that was gonna be on my team, spoiler alert. But let's see. Okay, it's a girl, so it can't be a Gardevoir. I don't think Scratch will take it out. I want to catch it though. Oops, hit my mic. But I guess I wonder how much truth there is to that, just because they've never gone back and then made Gyarados a dragon type instead of a flying type, because they've changed Pokemon's typing before. Look at the I was gonna say look at the Azumarill line, but I guess that's just adding. But there's definitely a Pokemon where they've just like completely changed the typing of it. And so I'm just like, I feel like at this rate now, Gyarados would make a great, I didn't mean to say I wanted to give it a nickname. I think Gyarados would make a great water dragon type. I mean, are there a ton of water dragon types out there now? Yeah, but I think it wouldn't have been bad. Because then also Kingdra then existed, what? In the same generation or a generation later? So I'm just like, it would have been fun if they would have gone back and made Gyarados a water dragon type. I mean, would have, like, Gyarados already has so many weaknesses, you know, electric, rock, ice, that I feel like it's almost not that scary. Like, yeah, it's got Intimidate, but if you're sending out a special attacker, if you're sending out your Raichu to hit it with a Thunderbolt, you're fine, you know? But hey, I think Gyarados was kind of done dirty and never got its redemption, unless, of course, the whole thing about it originally being a water dragon isn't true. But I don't know. I didn't look too much into it. I was just kind of like, that's probably true. The internet never lies. That has to be true. But whatever. Anyway, Ralts, we'll see, because I believe now only female Ralts can evolve into Gardevoir, and this Ralts is female. I wonder if this Ralts is always female, because I feel like I've caught it all the time. Because again, aging myself, there are just some Pokemon that always feel rare to me, even though, you know, they can basically be caught anywhere. Okay, pressing R, let's go. Low on energy, it comes back to you. Exploring. Okay, I never read, oh, excuse me, hiccup, I never read those, and I should. So let's see into this Ralts. Okay, minus attack, but it's not plus special attack, it's plus speed, and it's got synchronized, which isn't terrible. And level 7, okay, so it's got all the moves. keep it. I'm not gonna lie. Ralts was not originally gonna be on my main team. It was not. I had a whole different plan. But I don't mind Ralts. Gardevoir is one of those Pokemon that's like always good. You know, it's not competitively good, but this is regular gameplay, so it's good. Obviously, plus special attack would be better, but I think we can work with that. And plus speed, I think we can work with that. Oh, nope. Thank you. So, not mad at that. I'm gonna fight this kid while I talk about my last thought, and then we'll end it here because I know this video is getting kind of long. But I was gonna say Ralts feels like, oh, I'm gonna grab that real quick. Ralts always feels like that Pokemon that's rare to me, just because back in Hoenn, is it? Yeah. You know, you only had like the 1%, 1 to 3% chance of finding it in the grass, and it was so good even back then. So you wanted to at least have a Ralts on your team at least through one playthrough. So now even though you can kind of have Ralts anywhere, it just always feels rare. There are just some Pokemon like that that just constantly feel rare to me, even though nowadays they're not. So like Ralts, your Eevees, Pikachu, even though it's in like every game, because it was only found in like one forest. You know, you can find them everywhere now, but back in my day, they weren't just any and everywhere. So they just, in my head, they're always the rare Pokemon that if I see it, I'm like, I gotta catch it. But anyway, so we're actually gonna just end it off here. We started the game, made a couple new friends, caught a couple new team members, you know, an unexpected team member too, traveled around this area, and not tomorrow, but next time we'll be exploring the rest of it, because there is a bit of area up there that I didn't go to, and we will make headway up in this city. So thank you all so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.